Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, depending on where you're watching this video from. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys the reason why I think you should start your rabbit farm small. Maybe if you're someone who wants to go into rabbit farming for the first time, I want to be giving you guys some few advice and some few breeds also to start with, so that you'll be successful in the rabbit farming industry. So there are a lot of people that want to go into rabbit farming for the first time. Let's say you have never been a rabbit farmer before, or maybe you have done it before in the past and you want to go into rabbit farming now. There are some few advice I want to be giving you guys in this particular video on how to start, either for you to start big or for you to start small. What kind of cages do you need? What kind of breeds do you need? You need to learn about the medications and all. I'm going to be talking about all of these things extensively in this particular video. So if this is the first time seeing our channel, in this channel we teach you how to become a successful rabbit farmer, a successful rabbit breeder, and also a pet owner. So we also do videos on other livestock farming too in this our channel. So if that's what you find interesting, consider liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. So first of all, I want to be talking about rabbits. Do you need to start your rabbit farm small, or you need to start your rabbit farm big? In my own opinion, I think if you are someone who wants to go into rabbit farming for the first time, maybe if you have never been a rabbit farmer and you want to go into rabbit farming for the first time, I would advise you to start your rabbit farm small. Don't just go and say, okay, I want to start with, let's say, 10 female or 15 females and 5 males and 20 females and 10 males, 20 females and 5 males. Like, you will just be going for big. Yes, we have big dreams. Everyone wants to be having 1,000 rabbits, 500 rabbits, 200 rabbits, hundreds of rabbits. Everyone wants to have a very big farm that will have a lot of rabbits. Yes, we know that. But for my own observation, what I've gotten so far from this my few years of being a rabbit farmer, I think people who start small are people who have better advantages. Not that they have better advantages to grow fast. There are some few advantages they have more than those who start really big. The few advantages they have is that they get to learn while they practice. Yes, they get to learn while they practice, and there's no much risks. Let's say, for instance, now someone started his rabbit farm with 3 females and 1 male, and another person started the rabbit farm with 20 females or 10 females and 5 male. And eventually disease attacked the 2 farms and kills all the rabbit. Who lost more? The person who started with a lot of rabbits. But the person who started with little quantity of rabbit won't really lose more and can still go into the rabbit farming again. Yes, because when you are starting as a novice, especially for those of us who do not attend trainings. Yes, I did not attend any training when I wanted to become a rabbit farmer. I did not learn anything. Like, I did not attend any seminar or any training to learn about how to become a rabbit farmer or some few things I need to become a successful rabbit farmer and all of that. I learned almost everything I know from the videos I watch on YouTube and all. I learned everything from the videos I watch on YouTube. So for those of us who did not really attend trainings, we will really see that we might be having maybe small glitch as we practice in our farm. So it's preferable you start small so that you make those mistakes with the little quantity you have, then you learn. Maybe by the time your little quantity start producing and start giving birth, you can now expand your farm. Yes, but if you start big, it will really be hard for you, especially to manage the farm, especially if you are the only one who wants to be managing the farm. To manage the farm and everything will really be hard for you as someone who is just starting up. So preferably, my advice for you guys who want to start a rabbit farm, or maybe if you have already started, my advice is 3 females and 1 male, or 2 females and 1 male. That is like 2 females and 1 male. You'll be having like 4 room cages. That 4 room cages, I'm sure one person will be able to manage it. It won't be too much stress for you, because you know something you're just going in for the first time, so you don't get, oh, it's really hard, or all this kind of things. Me, like this, I can feed all my rabbits, no matter even if it is 200 rabbits, I can feed them because I know my way around it. I've been doing it for quite some time now, so I know some few things I need to do. There are easier ways to feed rabbits, especially for those that are using nipple drinkers. So they just fill in the tank and all the rabbit is being served water. So you just need to put feed. So there are some easier ways to do it. So people who have been into rabbit farming for quite some time know all these things. But you that is just going into rabbit farming, you might not really know all these kind of things. So another thing I want to tell you guys is the kind of cages you are using. A lot of people don't really know the kind of cages they need to make for their rabbits. A lot of people do make a lot of mistakes. Like this particular cages, they are empty currently. The rabbits that were here have been sold out. So I'm going to be showing you guys how the rabbit floor is supposed to be. A lot of you guys don't really know the kind of floor mesh or the kind of wire mesh to use. As you guys can see, my outside wire mesh is this very soft one. It is not really an issue. Then I have what they call will I say the droppings collector, where my rabbit droppings come like drops on. The droppings does not stay in their cage because the kind of wire mesh that is inside their cage, the wire mesh has holes in it. Yeah, the wire mesh has holes in it. So this particular wire mesh is really thick. As you guys can see, I'm pressing really hard on this wire mesh, but it's not really going down. It's really thick. This is the kind of one I use in my farm. So their droppings goes through from this hole and drops in this particular zinc here. Their dropping does not stay with them. This way your rabbit is very clean. This way your rabbit is very clean. If you are someone who maybe your rabbit, the kind of rabbit cage you are using, your rabbits do poo and their poo still stay with them in their cages, it's really not a very good idea, because this particular wire mesh helps us to clean the rabbit cages from here. We don't even need to open their cage, just use your broom and clean it for you. As you guys can see, even this other side, they are very clean and really neat, as you guys can see here. So we clean it maybe once in 2 days or so that our rabbits can be very clean. Yes. So another thing I'm going to be telling you guys is some few breeds you need to buy, or some few breeds you need to get, especially for those of you guys who are starting a rabbit farm. I'm going to be showing you guys some few breeds to start with, especially if you are someone who wants to go into rabbit farming for the first time. So this particular rabbit breed here, this is a New Zealand white rabbit. As you guys can see, this is a New Zealand white rabbit. So some of the few features of the New Zealand white rabbit is that the New Zealand white rabbit has a red eye, then it has white skin. Yes, the body is white, the eye is red, and the New Zealand white rabbit has a very big, like as you can see, is a hybrid. This particular one here is a male. As you can see, it is really big. There are also local breeds New Zealand. When I say New Zealand white rabbit, does not mean that all New Zealand white rabbit are big breeds. They're what we call hybrids. Then they are the local breeds too. The local breeds might not really grow as big as this, but this is a New Zealand white rabbit. Yeah, this is a New Zealand white rabbit, and it is a pure breed. This particular one here is a pure breed New Zealand. Yeah. So another thing I want to be telling you guys is that, especially for selection of breed, a lot of beginner rabbit farmers don't really know how to select the right breeds. When they just want to go into rabbit farming, they just go to anywhere, then get any local breed rabbit and start up. A lot of beginners do get lucky and meet the right farmers to get the right breed from them when they're starting up. So their journey in the rabbit farming industry might not really be too hard for them, especially for those of them that maybe if you are in a city that have good farms that you can get good breeds from. As when I started, I didn't really even know anything about all these good breeds. The breed I started with that particular time were really local breeds, but I sold all of them out. Then I got some very good breeds from my farm. I even had to do away with some of them, like I don't want to mention the words because of YouTube policy. Yeah, so there are some things we don't really say on YouTube. If not, your channel is going to be at risk. So we had to do away with some of them and eat them. So yeah. So another breed I want to be showing you guys also is the standard chinchilla. The standard chinchilla is also a very good breed, especially for beginners. Standard chinchilla also grows very fast. This is the standard chinchilla rabbit here. As you guys can see, it's also a very good breed for beginner rabbit farmers. A lot of beginner rabbit farmers do look for fine breeds, like maybe the Angora rabbits and all of that. Most times if you want to start, don't really look for the ones that are really too fine, and or just ask for the best for beginners, because all these breeds have their own advantages and their disadvantages too. We are going to be explaining all of that in another video. So this is an Angora rabbit, as you guys can see here. This is an Angora rabbit, and the rabbit has some kids in there. Yeah, she has some kids inside her nesting box. So this is an Angora rabbit. This particular one, I don't really tell beginners to start with it. So the breeds I advise beginner rabbit farmers, if you are someone who wants to start a rabbit farm new, it's better for you to start with either a New Zealand white or a Hyla breed. New Zealand white or Hyla. The reason why we recommend New Zealand white is that New Zealand White is one of the best rabbits for meat. New Zealand White gives birth to high litter, like it gives birth to a lot of numbers of kids at the same time. So as you are starting with this particular breed, this breed will help you grow your farm very, very fast. This particular breed here is in New Zealand. This one also is a New Zealand cross. This one here is a Hyla breed. Let me show you guys. This here is a Hyla breed. Yeah, this is a Hyla Max. He has some kids in here. I don't know if you guys can see really well, but let me switch my camera so I can show you guys how her kids are. So she has some kids in here. This is her nesting box. She has some babies in there. Yes, I don't know if you guys can see her babies. Let me pull some of the fur out so that you can see some of her babies. Yes, so this is some of her babies. She has some babies in there. As you can see, they're really they're not really too big like that. Let me take one out so that you guys can see. I touched them. Yeah, so this is one of the babies here. This is one of the babies. This is how they look. This is how rabbit babies look when they are like, these babies are like 8 days old. Yeah, they have not yet opened their eyes, and this is their mother. Yeah. So when you want to start a rabbit family, just try as much as possible. When you get your cage ready, make sure you don't use this particular mesh. This mesh here, make sure you don't use it for the floor of your cage. This mesh, a lot of people use this mesh for the floor of their cage. It won't last long for you. It will not last long. If you are using it, you are just like spending your money to like go and buy this mesh. It won't last long for you. If you are starting a rabbit farm new, just try as much as possible to make something that will last for some good number of years, for like 2-3 years, especially for the wooden one, for like 2-3 years, so that before then you can get some money from the business and get a new cage. A lot of people do use this particular mesh here for the floor. You see the mesh we use for our own floor cage is really strong, so it lasts us for a good number of years before we can change it. Yes, so get the cages correctly, then your breeds. If you can get good breeds and start up your rabbit farm, I assure you that like you will surely succeed in the rabbit farming industry. When I started rabbit farming, I didn't really know a lot of things, but if I was able to at least make good money from rabbit farming, you can also do same too. You can also do same. Rabbit farming is very easy. It's very easy. Like, it's the most easiest livestock farming you can ever think of going into. If you can't farm rabbits, then what other livestock can you farm? Is it poultry? Is it turkey? Is it snail farming that you want to do? I'll be bringing other videos to this channel very soon, like other poultry farming videos and maybe layers and all. Yes, currently we are building a poultry pen in my compound here. So like in the farm here, we are building a poultry pen too. But this poultry pen is not really a poultry pen that's really big. Yeah, it's something kind of small. Yeah, so we are building a poultry pen currently. So I'm going to be putting like 300 to 400 chicks inside that particular pen. Then we are going to be learning some few things, especially for those of you guys that have interest in poultry farming. We are going to be learning other things also in the poultry farming side too. Yeah, so I hope you guys have learned some few things in this video. If you have learned anything from this video, just give us a thumbs up on this video, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here in our YouTube channel, we teach you basically livestock farming. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the bell notification, and also you can share this video to your friends who are rabbit farmers. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day and peace.